Alright, hi, today we are going to do up the section B for our paper. Alright, so we start with question 19. Write the missing number in the number pattern below. Alright, as you can see, I need to find out whether the number is increasing or decreasing. Alright, so here we can see that the numbers are increasing because from 3,600 it becomes 3,007. By how much it increases, you take the big number minus the small, you get 150. Okay, but I can't stop there. I need to find out whether this 150 is for all the numbers. So I just take this and plus 150, so you get 3,949. So how do you get this answer? Just take 3,949 plus your 150, so your answer is 4,099. Okay. All right, question 20. Find the product. Alright, product means time, so 768 and 49. So here, so you have your, okay, so it's 1 here, right? Okay, and here will be 69, 0. Okay, the next one will be the next number here. So that's a plus. So your answer is 37,632. That's your answer. Okay, next. 9 kilograms. So 1 kilogram is 1,000 gram. So you have 9 kg. So that is 9,000 gram. Okay. So you have the other 30, so 9,000 plus 30 will give you 9,030 grams. So that's your answer. Okay, right, next. Jason gave the cashier 4 pieces, alright, 4 pieces of $20 note. So this is $20 note, 4 pieces for the pair of sneakers. How much change did he receive? This is the cost of the shoes. So here will be total amount he has will be 4 times 20, that's $80. So that's the cost. So how much change will be your 80, take away your 75, 15. All right, so do it here, working column. Dot 0, 0 minus 75, 15. So your answer is 485. So final answer is 485, $4.85. Next, the perimeter of the rectangle field below is 364 meter. Perimeter is, alright, it's all the outline. Okay, what is the breadth of the field? So okay, we don't know the breadth. We know the length though. The length is 129. So write down length is 129. Okay, so now if this side is 129, this side will also be 129 meters. Okay, so what you do is you just plus, so total length will be 129 plus 129. Okay, so you will have 258. Now your total perimeter is 364, so your breadth will be 364 minus your 258. So that's 106, but this 106 is split between the two breadths, so you got to divide. So 106 divided by 2, so you show your division. So your answer will be 53. So that's your answer, 53 meters for your 53 meters for your breadth. Okay. Right, next. Question 24. Name the pair of parallel lines below. Now, parallel lines means line that will never meet. Alright, lines that will never meet. So let's take a look. So we have, okay, definitely not this and this because this is slanted. Okay, it will be this and this, right? So how do you write that for your answer? This line is GH. You can also call it HG, up to you. But if you take GH, then you also have to start with AB. Those of you who take HG, alright, you have to start with BA. Okay? Right, so that's your answer. Next, using a protractor, okay, measure the angle XOY. So O is the center alphabet, which means that you have to start measuring from O because that's the angle that you're looking at. Okay, so your base, okay, and put a marking, okay, and use your protractor. Alright, your 0 starts here. So you put it exactly at the line. Okay, so you have okay, so this line here, okay, I will extend it a bit longer for you so that you'll be able to see better. But when you do this, right, you got to be very careful that the line is straight. Okay. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, so right, so here is your 0. So you measure 0 all the way to 140, and that's 141 here. Alright, so this angle here is 141 degrees. Okay, so your answer for this is angle XOY is equals to 141 degrees. Next. Okay, line BC has been drawn for you. So this is your baseline. In the figure, draw a line to join point A such that ABC, alright, B is the center, so which means this is the angle that you're looking at. So it will be ABC like that. Okay, so that's your baseline. So you put a marking on this line here. Okay, so your angle must be 123. So this is your baseline, so your 0 starts there. Okay, so in this case, I take my protractor. Okay, my 0 starts on the right. Now I put it exactly at the baseline. Right, so that's your 0. 123, so 0 here. So 123 will be, okay, you look at this part here, 0, 123, so that's 120, Okay, so that's 120, 121, 22, 23. So that means my point is there, which means this is the marking that I have to look at. Okay, so when you draw, got to pass through this dot. Okay, pass through. You cannot draw it like that only. All right, you got to draw all the way, passing through the dot, like that. Then you label this as 123 degrees. Okay, next. The table below shows the number of bits in a box. The number of yellow bits has been erased. Okay, so the yellow bits has been erased. The number of yellow bits is half the total number. This is another clue there. Yellow bits is half the total number of bits. Total number of bits. So first of all, you need to find what is the total of the red and the blue. So just write down the total of red and blue. So that's 38 plus 48. So your answer here will be, sorry, it's not 8 there, it's 46. Okay, so your answer is 84. Okay, so for the two, total is 84. Now, alright, so we have here the total number of red and blue is 38 plus 46, that's 84. The yellow bits is half the total number of bits. That means this yellow bits is also 84 because it's half, and the total would be 84 plus 84, and your answer is 168. Okay, next. Right, Jamie saves 5,120. She saved 4 times as much as her sister Joy. Alright, so Jenny saved 4, Joy saved 1 time. How much must she give to Joy so that both of them have an equal amount? How much must she give? Right, so if I were to draw my model, so I will have 4 times and 1 time for Joy. So 4 times is for Jimmy and 1 time for Joy. Now, so how much must she give to Joy so that both of them have equal amount? So for this, Jamie, we know that she saved this much. So what will be your first step? Yes, you got to divide it by 4 to get 1 unit. So 4 units is 5120. 1 unit, you divide by 4. Alright, so your answer is that. So 1280 is for 1 unit. Okay, so we are finding for 1 unit. Now, they say that how much must Jamie give to Joy so that they have equal amount of money. Alright, so in this case, what I do is I need to draw to make them the same. So in this case, I have to give 1 over to make them the same. That means I have to shift this one over here. This one is gone. Okay, alright, so this is the one. Alright, what I do with this one, I got to split it into half. Alright, and give the half to join. So then I would have same amount. Okay. So this part here is already been given so that they will have the same amount at the end. Okay, so in the first place, I know that one unit is 1280. Now I split this unit into two, so I have to find for half a unit, right? Half a unit. So I take 1280 divided by 2. That will give me 640. So I know that this part here is 640, half a unit. Okay, so now how much must she give? So you know this is 640 and this one here is 1280. Okay, so what you do is total will be 1280 plus 640. So your answer will be 1920. Okay, so how much must she give? She must give, that's your answer, as in 1920. Okay. Okay, let's arrange the following set of fraction in order. Okay, let's take a look at all the fraction. Okay, here is a quarter, half, 8 and 8. So I would make all my denominator the same. So my 3/4, I will make it to 8. My half, I will also make it to 8. My 8 remains the same. Alright, so here becomes 6 out of 8, 4 out of 8. This one remains the same, 1 out of 8, 7 out of 8. So these are my equivalent fraction, okay? Arrange the number. So now let's take a look at the fraction here given is half. So if half is 4/8 actually, half is 4/8, that means it should be starting from your biggest to your smallest, right? So your 7/8 should be on this side, followed by 6/8, but you cannot write it as 6/8. You got to write it back as the original fraction, and that's 3/4. Okay, your half is already given, and your last is 1 out of 8. So that's your answer. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at question 30. She gave 1/4, sorry, Madam Yeo baked a pizza. She gave 1/4 of the pizza to her neighbor. Alright, so 1/4 is given to the neighbor. Her children ate some. We don't know what fraction of the pizza, just some. In the end, she had 1/6 left. Okay, what fraction of the pizza did Madam Yeo's children eat? Okay, so here, give your answer in the simplest form, remember. Okay, first of all, when she baked a pizza means it's one whole pizza. She gave to her neighbor, so 1 whole minus your 1/4. Okay, so your 1 whole is actually 4 out of 4 minus 1 out of 4. That will give you 3 out of 4. To who? So this is remaining. That's the remainder after giving to the neighbor. So that's remaining after giving to the neighbor. Then what happened is her children ate some and she had this 1/6 left. Alright, so what you do is you take the 3/4 minus your 1/6. Now you got to decide 4 and a 6. Okay, what is the common denominator that you can have for both? What do you change them to? Alright, you can have 12, alright, times 3 times 3 times 2 times 2. Now some of you may think, oh, 4 and 6 easy to just take 24. You can also do that, but remember, just change your answer to the simplest form at the end of it. Okay, so you can also do 24, but I'll prefer to do a smaller number, and that's a 12. So here will be 9 out of 12. Take away 2 out of 12. So my answer is 7 out of 12. Okay, so that's, and you don't have to change it to simplest form because it's already in simplest form. When you change the denominator to 24, you do have to change it to simplest form. Okay, so it's up to you actually. You can take 12 or 24. Yeah, so that's your answer. Okay, next, which two fractions below are not equivalent to 1/4? Okay, the word is not equivalent. All right, to 1/4. Let's take a look. Here, if I divide this by 4, divide by 4, it gives me a 1/4. Yes, this is equivalent. 9 out of 36. So if I were to divide this by 9, divide by 9, I get 1/4. Yes. 7 out of 27. No, you can't get 1/4 from there. 4 out of 20, divide by 4, divide by 4, you get 1 out of 5. So that's not an equivalent fraction. 2 out of 8 is divide by 2, divide by 2, it's 1/4. Yes, so the two non-equivalent fractions are 7 out of 27 and 4 out of 20. That's your answer. Okay, next. The perimeter of a square is 36 cm. Find its area. So if I were to have, just draw in your square. Now, square means all the sides are the same. So if my perimeter is 36, there are 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sides means 36 divided by 4. All right, so my answer will be a 9. Okay, so each side is a 9. Find the area of the square, which is length times breadth. That's 9 times 9. My answer is 81. So here, your answer is 81 centimeters square. Okay. Okay, next. Right. The following bar graph shows the total number of children living in a housing estate. So it's total number of children. So here is number of children per family, and here is number of families. Okay, how many families have at least 3 children in each family? At least 3 children. Okay, let's take a look at this one here. Okay, so here is the number of children. Number of children per family, this is 1 child per family, 2 children in a family, 3 children, 4 children, 5 children, 6 children. Now the question states at least 3 children. At least 3, do you take the 1? No. Do you take 2? No. Do you take 3? Yes, because it's at least 3 children. Alright, so here 60 to 70, so that means you're counting in 60. Here will be 2, right? 62, 64, 66. So here, you know, this is 66. Here will be 50, all right? 50, 52, 54. So here on the side is my 54. Here is my 66. And okay, so this is 3 children, 4 children, 5 children. So here will be all the way down. So in 2s will be 0, 2, 4, 6. So that means this side here is 6. And here will be all the way down. So that's 0, 2, and 4. So 4. So all the numbers are there. So I want to find how many children. So total number of children will be from 66 plus 54 plus 6 plus 4. So my answer will be 130 children. Okay. Alright, so you must be very careful what the question wants. They want at least 3 children, so you don't have to take the 1 or the 2, but you do have to take the 3 because it's at least 3 children. Okay? Alright then. Right, next question. Question 34. In the figure below, name the 2 angles that are smaller than right angle. Okay, so we have smaller than a right angle. Okay, so this one here is smaller. This is smaller than right angle, and this one here is also smaller. So the angles, but they want 2 answers. Alright, so you can give me either angle A and angle C, or angle A or angle D, or angle C and angle D. Okay, up to you. Okay, so this is your answer. Okay, next. In the figure below, W, X, Y, Z is a rectangle. Alright, so here W, X, Y, Z. Okay, so that's a rectangle. And P, Q, R, Z is a square. Find angle B, this angle here. Okay, so properties of the rectangle and the square is, alright, the corners is a right angle, so that's 90 degrees. Okay, so in this case, how do you find this angle here? That's angle B. You have to find this angle first. Alright, so I find angle, let's name it Z. Sorry, we name it, we call this angle first. Okay, we name this angle okay, let's call it angle A. So angle A is 90 degrees minus 72 degrees, and that is 18. So you already found out that this angle is 18. Okay, now this whole angle is 90 degrees, so your angle B will be 90 degrees minus 45 degrees minus 18 degrees. So your answer will be 27 degrees. Okay. Right, next. Alright, so here we have question 36. Alright, you have 2 jars and 1 candy box, chocolate box. Alright, so the cost for these 3 items is 217. Now they want to know how much will 6 jars of candies and 3 boxes of chocolate cost. So what you do is you can either do listing or you can do grouping. So this is the listing method. So you just write down 2 jars and 1 box, so that's 217. So write down number of jars, number of boxes, so 217. So if you have times 2 group, times 2 of that, so that's 4 jars, times 2 here will be 2 boxes, so here times 2 you get 434. Okay, now they want 6 jars, so that means 2 times 3, that's 6. 1 times 3 is 3 boxes, so here will be 217 times 3, so your answer is 651. Alright, so this is the listing method. Alright, question 37. A total of 1,068 adults and children were watching a soccer match. There were 318 more men than women. Alright, so I'll draw in. Okay, so here will be men and women. So here will be men and women. Right, the men is 318 more, so I just show the 318. So that's 318, okay, more, right? So you can indicate or you can just leave it. Okay, so here then what happened is the number of men was 4 times the number of children. So to make it 4 times 1, 2, 3. Okay, so children 1 time, and men 4 times. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so remember to start off with, this part here is 318. Okay, so just indicate there. Then the total for adults and children, so this whole thing is 1068 total adults and children. Adults means men and women as well. Okay, so how many children were watching the soccer match? So in this case, I got to make all of the units the same. So because I know that this part here is 318, so I will just add in for the women to make it all the same. Okay, so this one here, I got to take the total. So now the total will be 1068 plus 318. That's the total. So then I got to make everything the same, right? So now they all have the same unit, so it's easier. So I just add this, because I know men has an extra of 318 more than women, right? So I got to make them all the same. So I add the 318 for women as well. So my total will be sorry. So that's your total, that's your new total. Okay, so now you have 1386, and you have to divide it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 units. So 9 units is 1386. So 1 unit, 1386 divided by 9. So your answer will be 154. So that's your answer. How many children? So for 1 unit is 154. So you just write down the answer as 154 children. Okay, that's your answer. Okay, right, next. Question 38. Fadila has a rectangular piece of paper measuring 32 by 24. Alright, so that's a rectangle. She cuts out the square. So this is a square as shown. Now the remaining piece of paper has a perimeter of 130. So meaning here, this is the remaining. Okay, without this, because it has been cut out already. Okay, what is the area of the square that was cut out? So in this case, you've got to find out. Okay, so here, remember the method I taught you? You got to shift, yeah. Okay, so here you have the whole length from here to here as 32 cm. Okay, so 32 cm. So all you need to do is to shift it. Okay, so in this case, this length here you can shift all the way as well. So it becomes 32 cm as well on this side. So this one you push it up. Okay, so you know that the whole piece here, all right, the length is also 32. So just write down as total perimeter is 32 plus 32 plus 24 plus here 24. So your total will be 112. Okay, so now they say that the remaining piece is 130. So what you do is you take 130 minus your 112. All right, that will give you 18. Okay, so this 18 is for this side. All right, your length and your breadth, right? So that's 18. So here will be 18 divided by 2. That's your 9. So now they ask you to find area of square, which is length times breadth, and that's 9 times 9. Equals to 81. Okay, so your answer is 81 centimeters square. Is everybody okay? Alright, so that's the last question. Alright, okay, I see you. Bye.